this, I request Anup Menon, Account Director and Regional Head Academics and Government LinkedIn, to come on stage and give his presentation on bridging the education to employment gap in India. A huge round of applause for him, please.
I had planned to say good morning, but now it's good afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone. Namaskar and warm welcome to everyone here. It gives me great pleasure to take this stage today, and thank you so much APAC Network for organizing this gathering and giving us this opportunity to talk about this topic, which supposedly is very close to all of our hearts because all of us are dealing with students today. And it's been great hearing all the speakers today, especially Dr. Buddha, Dr. Deep, and Sanjay sir, and because there are a lot of things which resonates so well, and there are a lot of things which are overlapping today. My name is Anup Menon, and I'm part of the academics and government vertical within LinkedIn. Been here for almost 8 years now, and today is apparently my 8th anniversary with LinkedIn also. Thank you so much, thank you. And sorry, sir.
I almost thought you were.
No, I wouldn't have been here then. So what we are going to discuss today is apparently 3 things. One is something which Dr. Buddha has already covered. How are we set up for success from an Indian ecosystem perspective? Second, we're going to talk about what are the key challenges, which is coming in this entire ecosystem of skilling and upskilling and employability and stuff. And thirdly, how is LinkedIn kind of supporting this entire ecosystem to grow and kind of take advantage of this wonderful platform which is there. So if I jump straight in, okay, now this is something it's going to be repetitive, but I really want to bring this out. In 2050, like Sir said, Dr. Buddha said, it is predicted that we are going to reach an economy of $40 trillion or $50 trillion. This has been predicted by multiple people. And it's also said by 2027, we are going to surpass the largest economies of the past, which was Japan and Germany. We're going to reach the 3rd largest economy of the world. Now, what does this mean? There are few mega trends which are revolving around this entire economy and large-scale innovations and activities, which is one, it is more to do with human capital or the global offshoring part of it. Second is something to do with digitization, and thirdly, it's about energy creation and transition. But now today, for this particular presentation, we'll be focusing on something which is close to all of us today, which is the human capital or the students, which we are largely interested in discussing, and we'll be focusing on that. One more thing which a couple of the speakers covered here today is we are entering the phase which is called as the Amrit Kal, or the golden era for the Indian economy, which means that this is the time wherein we are going to reap the demographic dividend of what India has been sitting on. In the next 25 years, we are going to have more than 180 members coming into the Indian workforce, which is very important right now for the education system to gear up. We also heard about the largest Indian startup ecosystem. We spoke about FDIs coming into India, which means the demand side is getting itself ready. But from a supply side, that's where we are all part of today, which is the education segment. And like Honorable Prime Minister said, if this demographic dividend is not benefited in the next 25 years, this can eventually turn into a liability. So it's a collective responsibility of us all to ensure that the students coming out into the corporate world are well trained so that they are able to reap or get these opportunities which are getting ready for them. Now, if we switch gears and look from a student perspective, as per one of the surveys done, it was said that every student today comes into a higher education institute to be economically viable, which means after you finish your university or higher education, you're expected to get a job and start supporting your family. But ironically, if you talk to the corporate world and the professionals who've gone through this entire journey, they say that the university didn't really prepare me for this job. Okay, and it was the corporate world which had to spend money, train me, and then I was more successful. And in the same survey, it was also said that students today typically don't know how to even search for jobs. They don't know which are the trending skills in the market. They have no idea. The dependency is hugely on the college to inform them. And why do is this happening? Today, universities need to update students of what is happening in the industry. Professors need to inform or create content, curate content, and inform the students that this is what is trending in the industry. And it is rightly said by the World Economic Forum, which was predicted by them in 2020, that by 2025, 85 million jobs will be replaced by 97 million new jobs. Does this mean people are going to lose jobs? Sorry, no. It just means that the existing people need to reskill, upskill themselves constantly, because the rate at which automation and technology is growing, you cannot catch up unless you're in the mode of continuous learning. Now, if you compare it from 2015 to date, there has been a 29% change in skills, which means if you're hiring for titles, the 29% shift in the complete skill set which they are looking for, and this is predicted that by 2025 this is going to become 48%, which means colleges are preparing students for skills which are not even there in the market right now. And how difficult is that? Now let me just illustrate this with few examples. Now if you look at this title of a data analyst, it shows that 35% change in skills. There are 8 new skills got added into this title from a 2015 to a 2022-23, which is in a 7-year bucket. Assume a situation wherein students were learning all the 2015 skills. If they have not upskilled themselves, it is a big challenge to survive. I have one more example, or rather a couple of more examples. One is a solution architect. You can see how constantly the skills are changing, and it is so important to catch up. And the example which I love the most is the human resource one, which is a function which is common to every organization today. And even such a skill, such a title, or such a function has seen a drastic change. Now let me tell you, this is not just the problem of the universities or higher education. This is also a big problem in the corporate world. If you talk to talent acquisition managers, you talk to human resource managers, they say that talent is a big crunch. And as per the study done by Deloitte, it said that 73% of CEOs have identified that shortage of skill is the biggest disruptor for their business. Now you may have all seen this or seen this happening, that there are certain skills which corporates hire, and they are giving them whatever they ask for in terms of a great remuneration, incentives, house, car, bikes, whatnot. It is primarily because all these things are getting concentrated into one area. Skills are not being, people are not gaining those skills at the pace at which they should be. But things are changing now, which means in the last 1 year, you may have seen, or rather, I have seen, 300 million skills were added onto LinkedIn profiles of people, which means now there is an understanding that unless I constantly learn, unless I engage in continuous education, it's very difficult for me to land up a job. It was also noticed that 45% of recruiters today use only skills to do their hiring, which means it doesn't matter which college you're from, it doesn't matter who you know in the company, all that matters is, can you solve a problem for us? And this is where the skill-based hiring is largely trending. Now, if I pivot from here and I talk about LinkedIn, okay, how is LinkedIn really helping this ecosystem? Now, LinkedIn is the world's largest professional networking community and the most trusted professional networking community, currently sitting on 900 million professionals across the globe, and India is the second largest member base for LinkedIn. It's almost 100 million people in India, and the rate at which grows is one member getting added every 3 seconds. When a member comes and creates a profile on LinkedIn, there are a lot of data points which are generated, like right where you're working, what you've done, what are the skills, what are the jobs you've changed, what are the locations you're working. All these generate data, which means it enables us to offer the products which we are making, or make meaningful products for the education industry, for you to remain in the, or get the competitive advantage in this tough market space. Yeah. LinkedIn today has been working with institutes in not just giving or helping them create profiles, which is a very basic thing to happen today. They are working with institutes to give them the data, relevant data, which is happening or which is changing in the industry today. Because we get a visibility not just from the student or the professional community, but we also get information from the corporate world. Because like a person comes and creates a profile to stay connected, to get opportunities, to share knowledge, corporate world comes and creates a profile and shares job because they want to hire for people, which means LinkedIn becomes a marketplace where there is a good combination of people who are seekers and people who are givers. And this is a combination which we want today. And because of this, it enables us to create value-added products for you. And our value-added products are not just helping you to bridge the education to employability gap, it goes much beyond, which I will talk about. If you talk about just a simple element of data, I heard a lot of people saying that skill is a new currency. We are also agreeing to that, and we also add that skill is a new currency, but data is also the new oil, which means if you don't have the data in hand, you're just moving with the flow. Whatever they do, I do. Whatever I hear, I do. You need to take that forward step in understanding how is it that I can give value-added material to my students when it comes to industry content. When I work with universities, colleges, they ask, can I know which are the skills which are trending in the market today? I'm like, yes, you can. Can I know how many people are currently hiring for freshers? Yes, you can. Can I know where my alumni is? Can I bring them all back into my college? I say, yes, you can. And this is what LinkedIn has been doing today. Other than helping students create profiles, and that itself is a big game changer for students, because in India, I have seen most of the college insist students to create a profile, whereas I say that's just the beginning of creating a profile. Unless the students are informed to be active and be engaging on the platform, it's not going to really benefit them. And hence, it is not just the employability which we are working on, it also goes beyond that, which means I'm also helping colleges to hire the right faculties for them. Okay, and this has been our core task which we do at the corporate world. 95% of Fortune 500 companies today use LinkedIn to do their hiring, which means if your students, professionals are not on LinkedIn, it is a big miss for them. And beyond that, it is also about alumni engagement, because the moment your student leaves the institute, you will stay in touch with them for like a couple of years. But post that, they're gone. Because they have switched countries, they have switched jobs, they have switched multiple things. But LinkedIn enables you to bring them back. We are working with a lot of institutes today and creating an platform for them to bring all these people together, which is called as an alumni solutions of LinkedIn. And hence, what we are trying to do here is build in LinkedIn into the entire workflow of a student's life within an education institution, which not just starts with creation of a LinkedIn profile, but we give the universities meaningful products with which they will make this entire journey more scalable, employable. The end product is something which corporates would love to have. And this is how we believe that we can make utilization of the demographic dividends which is standing in front of us. I'd like to end this by saying that I've shown you that there's a great opportunity for India which lies ahead. Only thing which is pending is how can we reap the benefits of all these opportunities, giving students the right content, giving students the right data, giving students the right platform to emerge out as winners. I'll keep it to this. Thank you very much. Open to take questions if there are any.
Thanks, Anup Menon from LinkedIn. We all know how LinkedIn is helping all of us in this world today. But that data was interesting. 97 billion compared to 85 billion. That's interesting. So I request Dr. Dilip Nankeola, if you can come on stage for once and hand over the small token of appreciation to Anup Menon of LinkedIn. A huge round of applause for him, please. That was an illustration by LinkedIn by Anup Menon.